Hey, it's Dave Gerhardt. I spent my career in marketing going from PR intern to CMO, and now I spend my time running Exit 5, which is, in my opinion, at least the world's best community for B2B marketers. If you need a place to connect with your peers, get feedback on your work, or just make new friends in marketing, you should go and check us out. It's exit5.com. You can learn more.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at Vector, the tool that makes sure you're getting your ads in front of your exact buyers. You know, the people that are actually visiting your website, clicking your ads, researching your competitors. Also, you can sell more stuff. Go check them out at vector.co.
Okay.
Welcome
to
Notorious B2B.
Notorious B2B, our third in real life episode.
IRL.
Yes.
Guess what though?
What?
2 guests.
2 guests! First time. We've had that?
Long time watcher, first time.
Is it really?
Guest.
Actually, I did have all 3. Yeah, we've had guests in the past. I've had 3, all the We're Not Marketer guys on there. We've done that, but we've never had more than 2 guests together.
And in a studio.
And in a studio at the Event Shark's new office.
That's right. We're at the Event Shark new office, East Austin. We've been open for about 2 months. Just getting the podcast studio set up for last month.
Yeah.
So it's been fun shooting here. We shot some content yesterday as well. And now we are jumping on the B2B, Notorious B2B podcast.
Yes.
Which is your guys' podcast, which me and Chelsea are big fans of. We love talking smack about LinkedIn, just not on the line. But
We do it anyway.
Why not?
We do it anyway. Here we go.
Yeah, we do it anyway. We cover the news. We have showed you nothing of what we're going to cover today, so it's going to be genuine reactions. But yes, thank you, Jake from Event Shark. And Chelsea Castle, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Chelsea Castle, head of content and brand at a company called Close. We're a CRM, and I'm just here for vibes. I'm just here for
She's
the time.
here for vibes, and we are at Spryng in Austin, and that's why we're all brought together in this amazing studio where we also recorded Marketer's Exit and the B2B content show.
That's right.
Yesterday. So we didn't have an episode last week, which means the docket is docketing this week.
Beefy one, actually.
Is it?
At least 4 inches.
Big.
4
That's
inches
big to
big.
Tim. Cute.
Oh gosh, we already prepped Chelsea that she will be rolling her eyes a lot
As she should.
during this podcast with you. Okay, what do we got? We're going to start with our urgent all hands segment.
We got one.
Okay.
Good one. So, first off, we got a YC-backed startup called Delve. This is very recent, so people have probably heard about it from LinkedIn. They were like a SOC 2 compliant software. Turns out they were just scammers.
What?
They did not.
Whoa. What do you mean?
So like they're offering like the SOC 2 ISO
Yeah.
27001 or whatever it is. Essentially, they were just creating these kind of documents, and they were like basically the same for every company. So usually you'd have to do obviously extra research to make sure a company is SOC 2 compliant, and it was just using the template for most of them.
They were just issuing them.
So like all these companies would have SOC 2 compliance, but they're not. They're just we got the badge from this company essentially.
Look, like PNG copying and pasting.
Essentially, yeah.
YC, you know?
Yes.
It was this company, the founders, they went through YC in 2023, I believe.
Dang. That's like not a joke though, because that has like serious implications on all those businesses. Damn.
Imagine one of those businesses getting a client because they're SOC 2 in a healthcare, in
Ouch.
finance, in like, that's crazy.
I cannot tell you how many companies I've worked with because half of my clients are in very technical spaces, like technical SaaS. And for a lot of them, one of the core differentiators is all these like certifications that they have. That's going to have to be reevaluated, how much business they're going to lose. And I don't know about you guys, but in-house contracts, they have, in case of breaches, things like these incidents, there's like huge legal and financial implications for this. It's going to be terrible. Did they say how many customers were impacted?
Read something about 1,500, but I don't know if that's true. It was just from someone on LinkedIn.
That sucks.
I just got a heart attack on their behalf.
Well, at first I was going to say, I hope all these companies sue them, but they're not going to.
They're going to be gone. Now they're done.
Like, there's no money to be
They're
had.
just done.
Hopefully. No.
So they're just using ChatGPT for the SOC 2, basically how we're doing our legal? Maybe not you guys, but a smaller legal department over here.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Chat was also my personal lawyer for a little bit, so I guess that's not gonna work out long term. Ouch.
Yeah, we can start doing some serious stuff for some bigger clients.
Ugh.
Gotta be
Okay.
a little bit more legit, huh?
I don't know if you've heard some of our previous episodes, but this is not a new concept for B2B. where we have a company that is selling something, but then they're kind of doing it in a weird way. Did you hear the Builder AI story? And it's literally AI's in the name, and it's Builder AI, but they actually had 700 human engineers behind the scenes building that was the AI. So that was one big one that happened, and then they were trying to chase the guy, the CEO, for like jail time and all the other stuff. And then the other one was the Fireflies note taker. And the founders had released and said, "Oh, when we first started, it was just us on every meeting."
It's a LinkedIn story. Like, it's their like founder story.
Yeah, their founder origin story. Good storytelling. But yeah, this is just,
Just vaporware. Does that make you wonder like how many companies like that exist that like we just don't know about yet? They haven't been caught yet, and they're all just like some form of vaporware scamming us all, and we just have no idea.
We should
Probably way more than
No
we
idea.
think. High key, probably way more than you think.
Yes. We're probably at Spryng. There's a few.
Probably a couple.
That's right. I'd say,
We should find them and then have them come here.
Fine.
what is the percentage you think?
25%.
28.
You think it's 28? Just like fake.
Like a
I've been doing the
quarter.
numbers. Yeah, it's 28% for sure.
28%.
Quarter.
28.5.
Easy. I mean, when the whole like ChatGPT thing came out, the number of AI wrappers that became companies and then obviously died, like everyone would do it if they had the shortcut way, and like someone said, "Hey, you can do this. You'll never get caught." How many people would actually do it?
Told me
Probably.
everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
Everyone would.
Exactly.
Everyone's always looking for an out.
Okay, that's a big one. What do we have next?
Next up,
Tough. What was the so what's the ramifications? Are they just with?
it's
No.
too early. Yeah, there's
Too early to tell.
They're just kind of like this is like brand new news that just
Yeah, I
broke,
mean,
and
this
they're
was,
kind of trying to weather the storm now.
We're going to see, usually we do a circle back segment if we hear more news, and then updates over time, because, the way things move through like legal system and stuff is really slow. So we'll see when we hear more about the 1,500 that were impacted and then the domino effect of that.
That's going to have impacts on YC too, because they're supporting a company that did that. So they're going to have to I would assume they'd have checks and balances if they don't already.
I think they've had a couple. I think I saw another
Yeah.
story of like there's some other people that have done similar stuff, but like they spit out so many companies. It's hard to say.
They're so respected.
The
They're
numbers
just going to
game.
have to stay on top of that.
The rap's getting a little tarnished. I feel like. But if I applied, I would like.
What do you got to say about YC?
I love them. I think I'm gonna apply.
You're going
They're
to
great.
We love YC.
Yeah, we love
I'd love to be a part of them. Yeah. that'd be great.
Yeah. On this episode. On other episodes, you've loved them a little bit less.
It depends on the day.
Yeah.
That's my ambition.
Okay, moving on. Big prompt energy.
Big prompt energy.
We get so much AI news. It just deserves its own little space, right?
And this is a fun one for me. I love this one actually.
Okay.
All right. So, Mark Fulton. So Mark Fulton, just gonna call him out, but he's essentially a vibe coder, AI agent, AI automation, and has a 180K community on LinkedIn. But he used OpenClaw. So he says, OpenClaw got my Facebook permanently suspended, and I lost my 196,000 member vibe coding group, the largest on Facebook. I used OpenClaw to write some short posts for personal Facebook page. First post I used from OpenClaw got flagged for community standards and violation. Blah, blah, blah. They banned basically because he was using OpenClaw, they banned his account. And now he's obviously looking for help from the LinkedIn community on how to do that. I just think it's hilarious that you use a tool that's been like 3 weeks old, that is riddled with cybersecurity problems, that no one knows is right, and you're complaining that you just lost access to your biggest vibe coding group on Facebook, essentially. Did some research and actually found him on Facebook. I think he created a new page, which is fair enough, because he did start posting on Vibe Coding His Life, it was, another Facebook group. But it does look like his personal profile page, when I did some digging, is still banned. And I also found the Vibe Coding group. It does look like the Vibe Coding group is still alive, and he's posting from that new page. Don't know why that digging even matters. I just think it's hilarious that OpenClaw, he used OpenClaw, and now it's banned. So stop complaining. It's your fault.
Wait, but Chelsea, earlier you were reading something on Reddit that was who the NVIDIA guy who was like, you all should give access to your entire life. And I feel like this is one of those things where it's a very small example of what could happen when you give, some of that control away.
Yeah, Jensen at NVIDIA on a first name basis with Jensen Young,
You
where
know him?
I do. Yeah, don't we all? We all know
Yeah,
Jensen.
yeah,
He was essentially saying that everyone should have OpenClaw on their phone, on their computer, on their devices, so that the LLMs have full access to control your computer. And I'm like, who wants that? So like exactly what you're saying. It's like there are ramifications. It's a little scary.
Would you do it? Say in the future, it becomes this thing where, they're like, it's safe and it does all of these things and you're getting FOMO because other people have done it. Would you do it? Give full control?
Hell no. Me personally, I mean, we were testing out some AI agent stuff with Ding's LinkedIn, but I'm like nervous.
Like how you use Ding's.
Yeah, I am throwing on.
Not yours. The
I'm
one
like,
Dings.
yeah. Well, he's always nerding about AI stuff and new tools coming out. So we were messing around with not Claude bot, but some other AI. What's the other AI agent one that's big?
Claude Cowork.
Cowork. But I was kind of nervous about it. I'm like, I don't want our LinkedIn, because LinkedIn's kind of fussy about it. Sometimes if you have a VA in a different country, you can ban. You've gone banned on LinkedIn for doing that.
Yeah, some logging in too many different times from different locations. Yeah.
Did you get like a strike or what?
Yeah, banned me for 2 days.
I haven't gotten flagged. Like, I haven't gotten banned, but they're like, hey,
Not
you
like
have to
banned,
go
but-
through these steps. Like, we're flagging you on like for automation or something like that. They'll have an excuse, but they're on top of it. So it is scary.
I'm assuming because LinkedIn wouldn't want like robots basically running your LinkedIn page, because then it kind of ruins the whole point of having social media,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
Shouldn't it be yourself?
Exactly.
And then last week we covered that.
Wasn't Google going to block OpenClaw from their search engines, which then that would be one primary use case of what you would use it for. Go find me XYZ. It has to go through these other avenues because Google's like, no thanks. But I think it's also because Google wants to come out with their own version of OpenClaw. They want you to use that. Yeah. So they're not against the tool. It's just it's not their tool. So that's what they want. But yeah, not surprising there. This is like the subreddit. I don't know if you're big Reddit people, but the leopards ate my face. You know that subreddit, which is basically you do something, like you play with fire, you're gonna get burned. And it's just that kind of concept where there was like a old video back in the day of this leopard, they would like play with this leopard, whatever, and then eats the owner's face or whatever. So it's like, boy, your face would have been fine. Yeah, basically. So, and that's literally what this is. This is something that you would find there. This one's a really good one.
What's your guys' take though on using AI agents on your socials?
No, I don't even use. There are a lot of people who hook up Shield to LinkedIn for like the analytics and posts. You do? Oh, I have nothing hooked up. It is very primitive. My LinkedIn is very, very primitive. So the most I go is my VA has access to it to go through maybe some of my DMs that I'm just bad at doing. But no, I control everything. I would never hand over my LinkedIn, not even to a human, let alone an agent. What about you?
I don't even do scheduling. I don't do scheduling tools.
You don't even do you
Zero
use the native scheduler?
Nope.
In LinkedIn? I do the native scheduler.
Deal with it.
I actually don't like the scheduler too. I've
Yeah.
only done it a few times. I feel like it messed up for me.
I'm not a robot. What do you think I am? Just scheduling stuff? LinkedIn's personal.
What? What does that got to do with
When I have
posting?
an idea, I post. That's fine.
Yeah,
That-
you do.
he
Sometimes
does
you'll
do
post like
that.
30 posts a day.
I
Like
know.
that one day where you did that, where
Eleven
you just
posts.
posted like ridiculous stuff. Like every post that was kind of like that.
We talked about yesterday actually. 11 posts. How many-
Yeah, it was good. And that honestly inspires me because now I'm just like, I don't really care anymore. I'm just going to like shit post.
Yeah.
Like I posted like Encanto jokes the other day. Like I just
Oh,
don't
nice.
care.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah. But that's what people want.
Yeah.
And that's what people are going to keep wanting in this age of AI. Like they would rather see like the real shit rather than like another like the formulaic AI post where it's like it's not this, it's that. Like, well, it's not about like writing about AI. Like it's about writing like a human.
Yeah.
Like people don't want that shit on LinkedIn.
I like the real time posting.
Yeah.
It's just I would prefer over like scheduling a bunch of
Yeah.
thought leadership BS, right?
Yeah.
I'm all about like shit posting or real time posting. What's actually going on? I think that LinkedIn's more interesting that way. at least
You
for me.
know what's hilarious is that
Obviously, Chelsea was not here yesterday. and we recorded the pods, and we brought up the fact that he posted 11 times that one day, and people were texting him like, are you okay? Were you hacked? But it was so memorable that someone like unrelated to our incidents yesterday just brought it up again. So it's like, those are the little things, the zigzagging that we talk.
Zag while they're zigging.
Yeah. Yes. Zagging while everyone's zigging.
11 times.
Just be weird like Tim.
Shit, I might have to do it 11
I'm
times.
just gonna do it every day now. It's gonna be great.
I get a Claude bot to do it
post.
for me.
I'll build a new skill on Claude. Post like Tim Davidson, 11 posts a day, schedule this time. Make sure you send me a notification so I can engage in real time.
Yeah.
So I get the real time engagement benefits in the algorithm.
Oh, okay. What is next? Okay, this one is a funny one. You showed me this one earlier. I thought it was super cool.
Yeah. So there's this new, obviously vibe coded site because everything's vibe coded these days.
Of course.
Really cool. It's called Death by Claude. Its headline is, are you just an A or a .md file? Basically, you put any website in. It gives like examples, Salesforce.com, what do we got here? Atlassian, Notion, tons of examples. And it tells you, is this website or this company destined for
To be replaced by AI.
Okay, do DocuSign.
DocuSign's good.
all right, should we just like
Google-
do it?
What? Do what?
All right, let's do DocuSign.
We're gonna
Do
do a
DocuSign.
few.
Do DocuSign.
That's the
Yeah.
whole thing.
I've just been doing all our contracts in Google Docs now.
Yeah.
That one's
You
definitely
can just
Yeah.
do it now. Yeah.
The
It's
signatures.
fire.
You don't need DocuSign.
Critical. Oof. DocuSign spent 20 years convincing the world that typing your name in a cursive font is worth $40 a month. Claude just does it for free between solving differential equations.
Oh, yikes.
So, Tim, you tried to trick this thing, and you tried to put in something like
MySpace.com.
myspace.com, and then what did
I
it
thought
say?
I thought it was just gonna just gonna pick a random thing and say, hey, this thing's dying, this thing's not. But
Yeah, but it says MySpace didn't need Claude to kill it. It's been a corpse since 2009. So it's good. It recognizes that. Yeah.
it's actually pretty good. There's some prompts in this website.
Yeah.
They did some
yeah.
prompting.
They did some guardrails for that.
That's funny.
But
R.I.P.
yeah, RIP, I guess. All of us.
Too bad.
Okay,
So
you
if
know
you
what?
want to, if you should use this, check out, what's this website called?
Death by Claude.
Death by Claude.
Use, if you're questioning if you stay at your company or not, go.
And then if you're forced to leave, listen to the marketer's exit.
Good plug.
Full funnel, right?
Yeah, perfect.
How many marketers do you think are
Yeah.
exiting or are trying to exit?
Too many.
A lot.
Everyone needs to
So I don't know if I told you guys this earlier, but I did talk to someone at Spryng who just quit his job, and we were talking about it. But the numbers that we've seen, we've had Notorious B2B for a year, and the marketer's exit is almost at like a quarter of the numbers with being live for 5 weeks. So it's a lot. It's a lot of people who are low key interested. And then we did this, we vibe coded anonymous questions to ask on the website, and people have been putting questions on there. It's open. Like you can just see what the questions they're putting in there, and they can heart each other's and things like that. So it's a lot.
Hey there, Jess Cook, head of marketing at Vector here. And anyone who listens to Tass and Tim on Notorious B2B is a friend of mine. So I'm going to hold your hand while I say this. Native targeting is filling your funnel with ghosts. Wouldn't you rather put your ad dollars toward, I don't know, people on your website, clicking your ads, researching your competitors? I know I would. Vector lets you build ad audiences from those exact people. Unlike native targeting, which gatekeeps that shit. Only letting you pick like some titles and industries and then just trusting them to show your ads to the right people. Boo. Okay, rant over, go to vector.co and get your ad audiences right.
Okay, what's next? Speaking of AI replacing us.
All right.
Oh, the fully AI podcast.
I'm actually intrigued by this one. So I don't know. So I found out that there is when I say fully, it's fully AI podcast that is kind of like blowing up right now. It's called the Epstein Files. It's called the Epstein Files.
Epstein style. Check it out. All the fresh fits.
Epstein and
From
Harry
Epstein
Styles
Island.
did a collab. I got that.
Epstein Files.
It's called the Epstein Files, and it launched in February 2026. It already has 2.2 million downloads. 139 episodes have been launched. It reached the #1 podcast like in a couple weeks.
What? Over like Joe Rogan? Because I know his podcast is number one.
There's some surging things, right? I don't think it's not #1 anymore, but like it did hit that kind of threshold.
Okay.
And when I say it's all AI. So someone built, basically using CloudBot or OpenCloud now or whatever it is, creating this kind of like, all right, find the files or find the news from that day, create a podcast. It's kind of like the Google podcast feature where it's like the two people talking to each other, just AI bots. And it just releases a new episode every single day. They actually released 73 episodes in 1 week. So like, and like people are listening to it.
Yeah, I got it right here. Should we play it?
Yeah.
Millions of data points, names, themes, and timelines connected. You are listening to the Epstein Files, the world's first AI native investigation into the case that traditional journalism simply could not handle.
Whoa. Okay, wait, hold on. It sounds like AI. It's like Siri talking to you. So it's like they're not like trying to hide it, or like how Notebook LLM does those sound like real people, right?
Those sound like AI.
Oh, okay.
There's some voice agents that sound pretty good. Like if you talk to
Yeah,
Chat
yeah.
GPT and use have
Yes.
it talk back, it sounds really realistic. Way more realistic than that.
I think it's smart not to hide it. Like it's
Yeah.
saying it's
Yes.
fully AI. Like
And
Yeah.
the
I think
content,
you
they're
get-
just reading the files.
it's obviously giving like different summary. Like it's got like prompts behind it,
Yeah.
however you set it up. But yeah, it's going through the news and like distilling it into a podcast.
Whoa.
If you go through at first, obviously I was like, well, people are gonna hate it, right? Like this can't. Yeah, maybe they download it, but people are gonna hate it. Go through the reviews. You have half and half. AI slop, all the comments that you usually get, and you get half like,
obvious.
oh, I kind of like this. Like, there's no opinions. It's just the facts. It's just the news. And I get it daily. Like, some people actually do like it, and don't think it's that bad. There's also some people that are like, yeah, fix this. Like, it's okay, but like.
Okay, so when you sent me this, I had to eat my words a little bit because one of the things that I have always said, and my husband has a show called Replaced, which is if you were replaced by AI today, but your standard of living didn't change, what would you do instead? You'd be like a teacher or whatever, right? Because it's like, and so when I was interviewed on that podcast, I said, well, I like doing the podcast thing because I just can't imagine a world where any human in their right mind would want to listen to two robots talking to each other. And literally the following week, Tim sends me this and I'm like, 2.2 million downloads. But my question is, would this work for any format, or does it work because the Epstein files is so controversial, there's so many opinions on it that people are like, just give me the raw facts. And I trust AI to do that without the opinions and the bias, which is already, that's an asterisk there. But I wonder, would it work for something like Notorious B2B? That would just be like another B2B news podcast. And it's like, oh, that's freaking boring.
Right.
It works because you guys have the POV for B2B, Notorious B2B.
And the
It works.
jokes.
Yeah, and the other thing is there's a lot more news from the Epstein files than there is in B2B.
And if it's marketed as 100% AI, I bet a lot of those downloads are people being curious. Not because I want to listen to robots. I'm curious what it sounds like. And, like, yes, it's the Epstein files, but also everyone's just trying to understand that and eat it up. So it's just, like, popular right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, would
There's a
somebody
timing
want to
thing.
listen to fill in the blank about anything?
Yeah, I think there's definitely a timing thing. So, like, obviously it's probably very searchable. But I would also say, I think one of the reasons that it does work is because obviously there's so much news, but 139 episodes in the last month and a half. No human has the patience to do that.
Hell no.
We do 2 a week. Hard.
It is hard.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Like, to do that, it's crazy.
You should do a test. You should spin up a new docket, feed it into voice agent, put it out, and just see how it does.
Train
literally
your voices.
You can
Yes.
make your own voice, yeah.
With CloudBot.
Yeah.
I literally told
Holy-
you that we should do that the other day.
Yeah, just as a test. See how it goes.
I don't even know how to Claude code.
Just tell
I don't
it.
know
Say,
how to
tell
do
me how to do this, and it'll do it
Yeah.
for
You
you.
guys can figure it out pretty quick.
We'll find out, and then we'll just release one episode where it's AI, and then ask Notorious B2B listeners to let us know whether they
Lose
like
all
that
our
or not.
followers, though.
Just one episode. We're just doing a trial episode.
You're
100%
upset.
What if
soft.
people would listen
Be
to that
part
shit
of our
just to see how it sounds.
Yeah, be
What if
part
they
of our
love it?
experiment. Give us feedback.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
replacing yourself right now.
I know, we'd replace ourselves.
Let me start now.
No, but
Fully human podcast.
Fully human podcast. Come here only for
I bet you there are some
POV.
people.
That's going to be the new thing. You remember how, like, 10 years ago in marketing, it'd be like, download our free ebook. It's like, of course it's free. Like,
Yeah.
I hate that. But now the new thing is going to be fully human.
Human,
100% human.
Yes.
That's a new label.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like the Gemini you get the little logo on the pictures. Now we're going to have, like, little face of person. Like,
It's actually a human.
Okay, but wait. Didn't he start another second podcast?
He did. And it was on the war. So it's on, like, the recent war. So it's another news-heavy thing. It's not blowing up as much as this. But what I think last time I looked, it was like, it's got like 10,000 downloads an episode.
Okay, so there's like a process and a theme here. He takes a topic that is timely. People want to keep up with it because there's so much information about it. So he's kind of consolidating. It's an aggregator, bringing it in one place and then putting this out there. Okay, now that we've dug in a little bit deeper, I'm like, it's kind of brilliant. It's kind of brilliant, like to do it with this one specific topic in mind, right?
So I actually heard this creator on the Colin and Samir show.
Show, which they're like, it's like a podcast for creators, but like YouTube creators, that type of thing. Couple notes that I thought were interesting. One, it's literally costs them $1 per episode, which is so crazy.
Wait, how?
I don't know how that works, but it's $1 per episode.
That sounds like a lie.
So it's like, no, like,
AI
like
is expensive. So
I mean, even just to us, even I guess there's no recording, so you don't need like a Riverside or anything. But even Podbean for us to distribute across multiple platforms is like at least $15 a month.
We can just use Spotify.
Yeah.
it's free. Shit. But I'm thinking like from like the credit part, it sounds like it's just like $1 per episode. But the other thing is he's had a bunch of people reach out about sponsors.
Wow.
And he's purposely not doing that because he's curious on like, because obviously that would probably tarnish it a little bit, and it would just be kind of, it's actually really new. I've never, just before
Do we think
AI.
he's being truthful? Anyone can say, yeah, I have all these sponsors reaching out to me. Anyone can say that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's legit.
I mean, why would he lie?
Because he wants actual sponsors.
Ooh.
Well, he's got no sponsors right now.
Yeah, but I mean, he
Yeah.
would.
I mean, 2.2 million
Yeah.
downloads. Think about how many people would reach out solely on that, not even realizing it's AI podcast.
Yeah. Do you guys also think, because there's so much concern and like questioning now, like what's real and what's not real, that if it's AI, is there a mental model in our minds like, well, if AI is reading it, then it is real?
It's just silly.
Or do
but
people think the opposite?
I think some
You know
people
what I
do.
Mm.
I mean, there's definitely people that think whatever AI says is real.
Yeah.
They also do that with humans, though, too.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I don't know the answer because it's like, but I don't even know if that's real.
Wait,
Right.
okay.
Exactly.
No. Okay, but this is going to go back to your point where the LLMs are trained on all the information there is in the world, which has been supplied by humans. Sure. Humans notorious for making mistakes, having biases, right? All of those things. You have this podcast that's claiming to be unbiased without the opinions and POVs of humans, but all the information it is scraping and getting is from humans. Therefore, how agnostic or objective can it actually be? And and then you have people who are like, just like, I listen to this AI podcast, doesn't have any of the information. What if it's just like a mass way of control?
Is he? I mean, like, he's not listening, fact checking it.
No.
He did say it's like 95% automated, so he does do like some 5% something. I don't know what that is.
5% skims it.
I don't think he skims them all. There's no
Pushes
shot
the
he's
button.
skimming
Yeah,
139
there's no way.
episodes.
To do 139 episodes in a month and a half, if he had to just review that alone,
No, he does.
no
Right.
way. He's not.
There's no way.
There's no way.
Diary of the CEO was even talking about this. I think potentially on the Colin Samir speak. He was when they did their event. He was saying that they tested out because they've been testing out AI podcasts for themselves.
Oh, yes,
Diary of the CEO. He said they did some AI podcasts and they said it sounded really, really good. So I'm really low-key maybe nervous about this a little bit. I don't know. I'm kind of anti-AI creator stuff because that's like
I get
being
you.
human. Creating stuff is like human. So now AI, in my opinion, is kind of ruining it. But there are good use cases because there's like super niche topics that I'm really interested in. There's no content about that. You can kind of create your own podcast and your own content for that, which I think is really interesting.
But
go ahead.
well, I was gonna say the zigging and zagging thing though, right? Like he kind of zagged. Like he's not saying, oh, like everybody should be doing this or whatever. He's kind of like, he found a little space where it's like, hey, maybe he's shy or not like the camera guy, or maybe it's a gap he saw. He's like, I just want to know about the Epstein files. Or like, oh, I wonder if I could do this. Oh, I wonder if I could just publish it. And so he's done this little experiment. Obviously, some other people are like, well, we can replace multiple podcasts like that. But it is kind of a zag. You know what I mean?
I think it's sick that he's doing that.
Yeah, like an
the hell out of it.
yeah. But would I want to listen to one like that for
Chelsea and I know well, you have a kid too. Sorry.
What's some
Sorry, Tim.
what's some shit you're really, really interested in that there's no content about? That you would actually listen to that.
Funnily enough, there was not a lot of content about B2B landing pages. And so I was the one that kind of started to talk about it. I can plug myself. It's my show. Take it over. He's
Said take it out.
lacrosse. He told our editor to cut the free plug out. Yeah.
You say this, but you also we all AIDR everything. Like just before this, I was reading a TechCrunch article and I was like, nope, not reading this. AI.
Yeah.
I do the opposite though. It's subjective. Just like people, like I prefer to read an article rather than watch a video. Everyone's different. Most people are like watching videos on YouTube. I'm just not like that. There's always going to be that preference in my opinion, where I read the AI TLDR, the AI overview, and a lot of the time it's not correct. Still, it's not correct all the time. So when you think about like what content do you want to learn about that doesn't exist, I think we're just inundated with content, and I would rather hear from a human. We have this belief in sales at my company where you can automate certain things around sales. Now, this is not a plug, but people still want to talk to a human at the end of the day. I was signing up for a self-serve piece of software. I won't say what it is. A very easy-to-use self-serve platform. I can sign up as a free trial, and I can upgrade to the plan that I need for my team without talking to a human. But I had questions. I can get those questions answered on the website. I still wanted to talk to a human. And this is core across everything, every experience, every study, everything that you read. People still want to talk to a human to have validation, to get those questions answered. I think that's going to be true when you're consuming fun content or learning about like how to exit your company or learning about B2B landing pages or lacrosse. Like people are still going to want to hear from humans. I think we'll be curious about the AI stuff. I think everyone's going to have their own spot on the spectrum of how much you believe that or trust it. I think people are still going to want to hear from humans.
I like now you've got my brain going about like the niche content too. So I'm like, what if someone made, which would be very easy to do now with this, is like some, content for short moms who have like just like something really specific
petite,
like that.
We say petite.
Yeah, petite women who are mothers, mid-30s, like you could do something around that, who are like interested in fitness, and it's like about raising kids progressively and in an active way, where like that would
niche
that would be
that's
something
our algorithm
that
what
would
you're describing.
Yeah, that would be something you and I would, I think, consume. It's like, okay, how do we do that,
And I'll give you a layer more cooler or weirder.
More cooler.
But
Most
we had Ross Simmons on our podcast last year, and he was saying that he creates podcasts for himself with AI in his own voice. So you could create your own podcast that you're interested in. Like I really like the Roman history. Imagine just listening to something you're really interested into, petite moms that want to do something in your own voice, right? How cool would that be? Pretty interesting to me. And then maybe there's like you could put it on Apple Podcasts. Maybe there's like 10,000 people that would be really interested in that. I don't know.
I think that's cool and harmless, right?
Yeah.
Like that's cool, that's fun, that's harmless. If we're like looking at clothing or something, like for that model demographic and firmographic you just described, I want to see that on a human and like an influencer and somebody that I know and like, not a robot or I guess they have like these AI models. Like I don't want to see that. But then like that's harmless. So I think there's like there's a criteria.
It's like fun.
And everyone's criteria is different, which is like fascinating about this time we're living in.
You do know all these images on websites are just like, they hardly use models anymore. It's just AI.
That's what we're saying.
I'm talking
we don't
about,
want to.
Yeah,
we don't want that.
But they do that.
Maybe when you're shopping and you're like deciding between like this shirt or this shirt on like Abercrombie's website or something, but I only follow a select number of people on Instagram and I'm looking at their recommendations. Like that's a different platform. There's a different relationship. I think it's different, but yeah, that's also fair.
Because I bet you there's some people we follow that are AI. on Instagram and TikTok.
Probably
On LinkedIn.
on LinkedIn.
They wouldn't even
On
know.
LinkedIn.
Might
On LinkedIn,
to
you can see them from a mile away.
Yeah.
smell.
They
There was
smell.
even a company I was looking at. I was doing competitive analysis, and this one company, every single team member, and they were a small team, they were an early stage startup. I looked at every single person's team member's profile, and all of their profile photos were AI. So I'm not at all judging. Like, I've played around with like the AI headshot tools, like not judging that. But when your company and every single one of your profile photos is an AI generated, I don't know if you're freaking real.
Yeah.
True.
It's scary. Like, you gotta just think about intention. I think when you're using it, it's scary. We've
And
gotten so far
perception.
off
Like, how would
docket.
someone perceive this incorrectly? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Like, you might think it's fun, or like short tracking, like, oh, I'm gonna go get professional pictures for my team.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna use AI, and then it just becomes a disaster.
Well, there's also people that now just do the whole, because now it's like the opposite's even better. They're gonna go all out.
Yeah.
They're gonna do like the pictures and the
Yeah.
With
the
props
pages. Yeah.
and stuff
I'm
like
here
that.
for it. Vibe code your
Yeah.
websites, vibe code your photos. It's gonna make it so much easier for me to stand out.
Yes, exactly.
for
Okay,
it.
we are moving on to our Just Flagging segment.
Just flagging.
A couple of layoffs, big ones that have happened in the last, couple of weeks. So Meta laid off 15,000 employees, and considering a 20% reduction of its 79,000 person workforce because of AI infrastructure costs. AI is the new reason for everything. And then Atlassian went ahead and did the same with 1,600 people, and womp womp. But you went a little bit deeper into the Atlassian story, so share with the class.
Sure.
So the Atlassian story is interesting, and I dug into it because a large portion of the layoff was apparently in Australia. And I had a friend in Australia, so I was like, oh, I'm like curious. Like, she works in a tech company in Australia, curious she was impacted. Read a little bit deeper, and what's interesting to keep an eye on how that progresses is they're laying off people not because they're replacing those roles with AI, but because they're using that revenue, that money spent, to fuel their AI infrastructure. I don't actually know if that's happening everywhere. Like, everywhere is talking about replacing with AI and, oh, we can have AI do this. They're using that money now to just fuel their AI building because they're worried about being replaced. So I think they're going to be a potential future case study for our over-reliance on like growth at all cost strategies that I think everyone else could potentially learn from. So I just think it's interesting to keep an eye on how that progresses, because they're financially very secure and foundationally like still doing well, but they have had like an 84% stock reduction since 2021.
Oof.
So it just makes me like, just makes me nervous about like what that could potentially mean for the rest of SaaS. And, or at least the rest of SaaS who are also curious about like, is AI going to replace us? Can people just vibe code their project management now? So they're trying to fuel that. So it'll be interesting.
I think there's also like the scarcity mindset and people being scared, and we cover this a lot where we are in this little bubble of LinkedIn and like all this AI stuff, and we always feel like we're behind nonstop. It's like something new is coming up all the time. But then I talk to a lot of companies and then in-house marketers, and they get excited because my note taker is on the call. And they're like, oh my God, this is so great. Am I going to get the recording after this? And I'm like, yeah, and the transcript. And I'm like, yes, because they're not allowed to have AI tools internally. Like, they don't get them approved by InfoSec. I could tell you right now, my last company, there was no way that they were going to let me just download a random note taker and start recording stuff without any like implications in the company. It would be something that they'd have to roll out. So there's a lot of that happening too, where we can move a lot faster. If you're like a younger company that allows you a lot of autonomy to do that, you're very lucky to be able to learn on the job. But then the external people, like, he'll just send me a random idea on a Tuesday, and then I've built 2 websites in the morning, and like just things like that, just moving a lot faster. The ones that are kind of locked up with the red tape, it's going to move a lot slower, I think, than we anticipate because of this. But then, the news makes it more like, but the reality is some of them, I mean, I have moms in the PTO like, chat what now? I'm like, okay, all right.
That's good perspective.
Yeah.
And we're doing a lot with AEO and LLM visibility right now. And one of our agencies is very much like, we have people who still don't understand AI overviews. Or like you're saying, like people like thinking our AI meeting bots are cute. So that is good perspective.
Yeah, exactly. They get very, very excited. So I'm like, oh, okay. All right. I'm not as behind as I thought.
Yeah, everyone's not using AI agents and all this stuff yet.
Yes.
We're really just early movers, first adopters.
Yes.
But yeah, most people aren't using that stuff. They're barely using ChatGPT still.
They're too risk averse. B2B is risk averse. That's why our podcast, which is now you've been a part of it, how risky have we been? Maybe like 10% risky in certain parts. Too risky for B2B. So imagine full AI adoption with agents and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like my brother works in like private government, and like they had to he had to wait to use chat and all that stuff because they had to roll out their own internal AIs to use that stuff.
Yeah.
So now he's like uses AI.
But
it's like internal stuff. So he's not using like all the newest stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're not rolling out upgrades and updates as fast as we are getting to use them. He has his own like proprietary thing, and then I don't know what data it's trained on. They probably all have like a little version of Notebook LLM, which can only respond to the stuff that they have in their knowledge base, and that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah, like exactly. There's nothing.
There's tools that actually do that.
There are tools that aggregate it. I met this gal who works in higher ed, and they have one specific, I can't remember what it's called. It's like called something Box, and like you have to log into this Box tool. We'll just call it Box for now. And they're only able to use that integration, and it's basically like ensuring you have like HIPAA compliance and like all of the necessary like compliance boxes checked. Where like you can use it, but there are now like it's great for those companies that are spinning up like how can we make AI safe for these industries where like privacy and security are really important. So they're able to use it in some capacity.
Interesting.
Okay, so what's happening with our friends Apollo? Are they still around? What's happening here?
Well, they still don't have a LinkedIn page, but they're making moves.
They're making moves?
Acquiring Pocus. Pocus.
I don't know what Pocus is.
Jake, you use Pocus, right?
Never heard of it. I still don't know what they do though. I've seen them at events. I don't know what they do.
Well, I've seen like the little crystal ball.
Yeah.
The little purple crystal
ball. Oh, okay. Oh, so weird how like the brand associations. I think crystal ball, and I don't know why I think immediately hockey stack. Maybe because they had that Odin. Yeah, the purple at the Odin.
They acquired. Do we know how much they acquired them for?
Not disclosed yet.
How much do you think?
Probably like couple mil.
Should we see
3.5?
Should we put Pocus in the?
Yes. Pocus is joining Apollo.
Those words can be squeezed into one sentence.
That's my favorite thing.
Together, they're building the agentic GTM future.
Together.
That sounds AI resistant.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever covered this, but remember, like, Apollo's CEO. Remember the one that we kind of ripped apart for being like an AI response to the LinkedIn page? Yeah. He left, by the way.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So that's a new CEO.
So new CEO, Matt Curl. Seems like he's making some moves on some acquisitions.
That's it. Very short. We're joining.
Yeah, no cost.
How big is the company?
Focus
small.
They were small.
LinkedIn? Like 20 people, 30.
There's been a lot of acquisitions lately, I feel like.
Yes.
So will they lose their LinkedIn?
You think they bought them for the LinkedIn?
Oh, plot twist. How many followers do they have?
Because Tim made a really good point. If you're not in like the paid space, that didn't even click for me until later. But he was like, the problem is not that Apollo lost their company page. They can't run ads on LinkedIn. Where like most of their ICP is like you can't run anything. So that's actually would be a smart play.
And not even just for like new business, but also like if you're hiring, like there's that problem too.
Wait, can you check if they're running ads with Pocus X Apollo like acquisition? And I bet that's gonna be a way for us to find out whether like what they're like. We'll buy.
Replace the profile picture with the Apollo picture. And
like, oh, we'll just buy this like rinky dinky company over here and use their. It's basically buying a company page.
How much is that worth?
Apparently,
if you're gonna buy a company page, you'd probably buy a bigger one.
Yeah, I got a few company
disrespect.
pages.
You do good work with your company page, though.
We'll see.
With clothes.
You guys should circle back on this.
I see it.
We'll
circle back. We'll circle back.
See if the Apollo employees start putting Pocus, or vice versa.
This is an ad. It's like a conversation ad, and one of the lines is there. It looks like it's digging at ZoomInfo and Apollo because it says ZoomInfo/Apollo miss the so what for reps.
Oh, so they're running this conversation ad that basically takes digs at ZoomInfo and Apollo saying that they missed the mark, and Pocus does whatever way better. And now Apollo buys Pocus, and they're probably like, actually, just kidding. Apollo's cool.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
probably.
Pocus was just
Stealing customers. It's like,
Oh, uh-huh.
Or Apollo's just like gobbling up everyone that talks shit about them.
Oh, that's a smart start. That's one way to go about it. If you have the money, if you have the funds. Okay, what's next?
moving on.
I think, yeah. They're like, we can't, we're battling AI right now. We got to team up.
Yeah, we got to team up. We can't be on the Death by Claude website. Let's go.
Next up, really short flag, just kind of a qualm. Someone Kaylee Edmondson sent me this morning. Me and Taz. This guy, he's doing a Comic Gate post. It's up at GitHub. Goes through the whole spiel, blah, 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 blah. Turns out it's not even his GitHub repository. He just commentated.
I thought we were done with this.
No, they're advancing. They're now taking other people's work and then gating it.
I think
what?
that's progressing, not advancing.
It's progressing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And they want you to repost stuff. Tim obviously comments. What do you say, Tim?
So I also commented, because I just wanted to understand a little bit. Just to be
Out
clear.
of curiosity. It's
Just to be
not
clear,
an attack.
this isn't your GitHub repository. And I asked because you said the guy behind the skill creator.
Okay.
Yeah, can you read it?
Yeah, read it. Okay, so should I use a Tim Davidson voice?
Your accent.
Hello.
Davidson. Okay, Tim goes, just to be clear, this isn't your GitHub repository. I ask because you said, quote, the guy behind this skill creator, and now you're comment gating it and don't even tag the creator. Is this an early April Fool's joke? And the guy says, LOL, sharing the GitHub link in DMs because LinkedIn doesn't like sharing links on the post. And then, Clark Barron, obviously, he was summoned. Yeah, da-na-na-na. Clark goes, bullshit, and you know it. If you're going to use other people's hard work for your own reach, don't act like you don't know what you're doing. At least own it, coward. Whoa, with the name calling. And then someone else goes, want to just drop the GitHub repo link in a comment? And then what? Did he do it? That was the end of the thread?
Did he send you the link?
I did not get the rip.
Of course
Wait, you
I
have
wanted that actually, to be honest.
you have a second comment.
Yeah, I don't think there's much response here though.
Oh, you said hold the fudging phone. Are you comment gating someone else's GitHub repository? When do we just decide we can comment gate anything on LinkedIn? Okay, hold on. Did you do a double comment just to see which one would get a reaction?
Yeah.
Good. I do that all the time. It's a very
I thought one
effective
was nicer
strategy.
than the other, maybe.
In case you didn't see all that. Okay, how many reactions did he get on this post? Like, are people
Oh,
actually...
it blew up? Oh, yeah.
It did?
We're buying it.
Oh.
I mean, it's got 259 comments. I'm sure it got, like, a certain amount of impressions.
People are hungry for the wrong things.
Oh.
I think there's an addiction to it, honestly. There's an addiction.
Is
These
Kaylee's,
comment gators are brutal.
is Kaylee's comment in here wanting the repo? Because she's been all about this lately.
What's that?
Remember she got the playbook last time? So did she comment on this post?
No.
And say, okay, all right. Kaylee, she went and got a skills playbook, so we're still yet to...
We could talk about that another
I guess
time.
these still work, huh? Comic gates?
They do.
Define work.
Yeah.
They
200 200
Supposedly, they make a lot of money.
comments.
Speaking of Apollo, and I mean, you guys know why they got kicked out, right? And now we have a new one, which is HeyReach, that was also banned from LinkedIn. So HeyReach is another, data scraper type? I mean...
Automation, LinkedIn automation.
Yeah, it's...
tool.
Data scraper is like the non-PC way to call them, but, the automation tool, data provider.
I think it's like an email finder type of sales tool where you just go on LinkedIn and you scrape the data.
Yeah, so that's this guy's post. But in the other one, there's an update to that, right? Or another post that actually explains it a little bit better. So this one says, another LinkedIn scraper bites the dust. HeyReach in the next of the graveyard. Apollo Seamless and now them. And so he basically talks about These cheap tools are cheap for a reason because they take shortcuts to harvest data, and now they're not above the rules. Apparently, HeyReach was well aware that what they were doing was wrong and publicly accepted the execution. You can't make claims your users are 100% safe when you yourselves got the boot. What nonsense, yada, yada, yada. So you're not immune to the hammer coming down.
Fuck around, find out.
You effed around and found out.
Something better.
But this has just been like LinkedIn's thing. They've been on this for like 3 years now.
I think they should just keep going. I don't know what to tell you.
They should also fix some other things. Can we work on multiple things on the roadmap at the same time, please, LinkedIn?
We have notifications. Basic functions.
LinkedIn, you're awesome. Don't listen to that.
Yeah, love you, LinkedIn. Don't kick me out. Thanks. Thank you.
Circle back.
We're going back to our circle back segment because this has happened to me. But Jay Acunzo, you know him.
Yes, very well-known content marketer.
Oh, he
Everyone
is?
should know Jay.
See him?
Yeah, he's amazing.
I don't know.
Go follow Jay.
Okay, I'll go follow Jay. All right, but he said that he was recently on a podcast, and then they used his picture and created an AI profile picture, which then looks like this. Now, I don't know Jay. Does this look different than Jay usually looks?
I mean, Jay always looks lovely. He's a very handsome man, but that does look slightly different than his actual face.
Does he have purple hair in real life, or okay? All right.
They also said he changed his clothes, so they put up basically a suit. You can't see the tie or anything, but
How
he's got,
weird.
yeah.
I
Like,
would be insulted if somebody put different clothes on me.
maybe me. You know?
Yeah.
But they did that to me a while ago. So the reason why this was a circle back was I was on a podcast. They send me the images for it. And they said, hey, what profile picture? And I sent them my profile picture from LinkedIn, which they didn't use. They found the original picture with my clothes in there, changed my clothes out. I look like I wasn't wearing clothes. They took the clothes off. So there's nothing right here. Totally changed my face, changed my hair.
Did you say I looked better or?
No, I said that. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. So then I said, hey, but the best part about it was when I said, hey, I get it. Like you're using an AI tool to like touch this up. I didn't give you consent to use an AI tool. I don't know why you couldn't use the profile picture by themselves. They doubled down on it and said they did not use AI or edit my picture in any way. I'm like, okay, here's a side by side. This is not me. I don't know who this is, but it's not me. Double down. They finally went back to the original and acted still like they didn't edit my picture at all. So that was an interesting time. But, you know, we will continue to experience things like this. And we're like, now we're doing this thing. We're almost on podcast saying, hey, I'm telling you explicitly, you cannot use AI to edit any like images of me, my face, that kind of stuff.
I was just thinking that's just going to be part of our
Yes.
process every single time, unfortunately.
Yes. Instead of waiting for it to happen.
Abide by it unless you make them sign something. That's unfortunate.
Closed one.
Closed one is our favorite segment because we get to actually laugh along with some of the best posts on LinkedIn. And I am waiting to get your reaction on each of these. It goes by pretty quickly. Laugh. You may react, but don't spend too much time on it.
All right, first post from Magagal. Magagal derailed. Are we okay? And it's just it's a screenshot of LinkedIn with Claude everywhere. Honestly,
This is what it feels like.
This is hilarious.
I like this.
This is good.
I've also seen versions of this where people are complaining their entire LinkedIn's in a completely different language.
Yeah.
So that's been happening. Different logos. Is some kind of like weird caching issue, but that's freaking hilarious.
I love this is creative.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
kind
fun.
of, it's good. It's good aesthetics. I feel like it's kind of like a vibe. It's
Did
like
she
a
make
theme.
this herself, or did she use Claude to make it?
Yeah, maybe.
probably, yeah.
Ooh.
Probably.
No, this is hand.
I hope
This
she
is
did
Canva
it.
for sure.
Okay, next one.
Oh, this is my favorite. Okay, so she says, my honest to God best LinkedIn tip is to pound 2 White Claws and start commenting Godspeed, which is like literally my entire strategy, minus the White Claws in the morning. But 2 coffees and I'm like, comment town, averaging what, 300 comments?
No, a week.
A week.
Comment max.
Yeah.
Wow.
You used to be 300 a day, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're crazy.
My best comments, though, sometimes I'll just be bored and inspired. Like, kids asleep, husband's gone. I'll have some wine. I'll comment on LinkedIn. The next day, people were in my DMs like, your comments are so funny. Thank you for being real and human. Like,
Yes!
it's wine. No,
Yes.
It's just the wine.
It's the best.
You guys ever drink White Claws and cold call before?
Cold
Never
call?
cold call. I
No,
used
but
to
that's
do
a
that.
Apollo move.
It's fun.
Apollo.
Friday afternoon, remote work. Gotta do some sales.
Okay,
A few
so
jobs ago.
I think Jake.
Not anymore.
You're teetering on like a different generation than us oldies over here, right? Elder millennials over here. Yeah. Okay, Amber Rhodes.
I can barely make it out. Go.
She says, first SaaS CEO to eat their product wins.
Ooh.
Funny line.
That gets a golf clap from,
That's
Now, see, this is where a brand should totally see this. Get a cake that has their logo and make their CEO eat it and post that shit on LinkedIn.
Yeah, or try
That
to eat your
would be
laptop like a cookie or something absurd.
something.
good.
See, that would be fucking funny.
We had event shark cookies at our party. Like a little shark cookies.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, there you
If
go.
I saw this, I would have commented.
B2B fear factor.
BB Fear Factor.
All right, so Karen Klus says, sorry, I can't hear you over all the construction work, Your Honor, Exhibit 1. And it's basically 4 or 5 posts that talk about AI has raised the bar for designers, but something about the ceiling is still human. And there's like 6 or 7 different ways it's been written. So obviously all these people have kind of gotten the same post. It's not even copying. It is just straight up variations, but fed to you by AI that they're using. But they all use the same analogy about the ceiling. Chelsea's in content. She's like, wow, I am literally having a seizure right now. This is the worst.
Last up, Daniel Burke. I'm literally shaking right now. It's a screenshot, and I think I actually got this email too. Slack from Slack Research offering $5 for free.
What?
$5 holler.
$5 holler. Can I get 30 minutes of your time for $5?
Slack?
It's actually kind of funny. By the way, not Slack. This is technically Salesforce. Cheapos.
Wow. We can tell
Cheapskates.
$50 for those customer research interviews. $5?
$5 won't
cheap
even
skates.
That'll
buy
get you half a French fry.
Yeah. How much do you really value your time?
It won't even buy you like a coffee after tax. Like I won't even get a
Yeah,
fucking
you also,
coffee.
Yeah. After tax.
I made a typo or something.
Here's some change I found at the bottom of my purse. Can you with a piece of gum? Can
Find
you
something in
please-
my couch cushion. Here you go.
Come on, Slack. Loosen the purse strings a little bit. Anyway, and that concludes our episode. What do you guys think? Being part of
This
it.
is great.
It was
We'll
very
do it again.
long, but you know.
It's a blast.
What should people do?
What should people do,
Like,
Jake?
comment, subscribe. Notorious B2B. Go support on YouTube. They're really trying really hard right now on YouTube. Go support them.
Doing
Right
this sound
now.
desperate. Doing this.
We don't even care, you know?
Tim's trying to
Like
act too
every
cool.
photo.
He's not looking at the numbers like Cass is.
Yeah.
I don't even have to log in.
As
so.
Tim, as Tim would say, watch it or don't, whatever.
Do it
I'm
anyway.
like, no, watch it, please.
That's why he didn't last long in sales.
Retention rate.
Retention rate.
All right, let's be honest. You probably didn't go to school for B2B marketing. I didn't. And that's exactly why we built Exit 5. It's now the top community for B2B marketers. You can learn more about our community and our in-person events over there at exit5.com, or at least join the newsletter. I read every message, and I promise that if you reply, I will reply back. See you over at exit5.com.
Big thanks to our friends at Vector for keeping your ad budget out of the shredder. It's the only way to build ad audiences by name and not waste another cent on native targeting. You know Bargain Bobo loves hearing that. Check them out at vector.co.